out are important as well. But they're harder than people give them credit for. I think everybody expects, when you look at the league table, a team near the top can go and batter a team 3-0 no matter what, and it doesn't work out like that. And the most important thing is getting the 3 points at home and keeping the run at home, going. I thought first half we were really good with and without the ball. I thought second half we need to do more with the ball, but still a dominant performance without the ball. We didn't really feel threatened. But yeah, we want to keep improving. But I think on the day with the weather, it was definitely a League One football match. And you have some of them over the season. I think we'll probably have 10 of those types of games over the season where we've got to dig out the points. And I thought the lads did that well.
It's one of them that teams who finish near the top and achieve things over the course of the season come out on top in matches like that.
Yeah, and it's one of those where, like I say, there's no easy game, especially this year. You expect teams to win games, and then you look after, at 6 o'clock in the evening and some teams have been beat. So it's just the nature of this league at the moment. Teams above us won, but teams below us drop points, and we just need to keep trying to pick up as many points as we can, and it's going to be important. And like you say, maybe over the years at Lincoln we've not got points against the teams that are down there, but I don't know who's down there at the minute because the teams keep changing, and you look at Peterborough and they've gone on a massive run recently. So yeah, it's going to be tough, and I think this is going to be the season. I think this is going to be the season for everybody, and I keep saying it, there'll be ups, there'll be downs, but we just need to keep trying to get the 3 points on the board.
With Saturday off, how does that come into things? Does it give you the chance to play maybe some first team players that could do with the minutes as well to get up to fitness?
I think with Saturday off, if you like, it's important that we put a team on the pitch that can be really competitive tomorrow night against Huddersfield. But also, there's players that have not been playing for whatever reason, and they want to show what they can do. So there'll be changes. It's getting the balance of that right, but there'll be a really competitive team on the pitch, and we want to make sure that we go through to the next round, whilst also the challenges of maybe getting some players some minutes, whilst also getting some players on the pitch that have not had a lot of football, whilst also trying to get some experience on the pitch of League One. So it's getting the blend of that, which is important. And after Saturday's game, there's some players that have done really well for us this season that could probably do with a bit of a rest and a bit of a breather as well, that have played loads of minutes up to now. So, yeah, of course we want to win the game, and of course we want to go through. That's the most important thing. But we've also got loads of games between now and the 5th of January where you don't want to over-risk certain players with some of the numbers they're churning out. So, yeah, it's getting the balance of that right, which is always the hardest thing.
You've talked on numerous occasions about the squad depth that you have. I suppose as a manager, that's the dream, not having to worry about the players that are going to come into the starting 11 because they're going to be able to perform a job and a role for you. Yeah,
I think that's the challenge. I think that's why we went for the depth, for the nature of these games. And I think when a lot of the players that haven't played as many minutes as they would have liked are ready to go. They've been training hard. But also, the blend of the blend of the squad has been important, and we're in a situation where I've had to leave some players even out the squad at League One games, and people will be going, why are they not even in the squad? The reality is you can't fit everybody on the bench. So it's important that the squad carry the game, and we get this result over the line tomorrow night against Huddersfield. On
Huddersfield, I suppose when you were looking at the draw, it's not the team that you would have wanted to come out. You might have wanted easier passage into the next round, but we know what they're about. They're obviously in and around the same area as the Imps are in League One.
Yeah, everyone knows, big club, massive club, lots of players. I think half of them are signed from here, but I just think it's a big club. They're obviously wanting to get up as well and wanted to push for the playoffs in even higher, and there's big expectations from their fans on their side. So, and they've had a few ups and downs as well, there's no doubt about that, but it's going to be a tough game tomorrow night because we know what they're about, but they probably know what we're about as well, so it's going to be a really exciting game, hopefully.
They're not having the season that I think their fans would have expected, none the least. Does that put a different spin on it because they'll see a chance for silverware this way, if not in the league?
I don't know about that. That's up to their manager and their group of staff of what their ambitions are. But I think sometimes this competition can be seen as people aren't bothered about it. I don't think it's that case at all. I think actually sometimes it can give you a good breather from the league. It can also give players a good opportunity to show what they can do and can boost their league form. So I think it all depends on which way you look at this competition. But we've had some really good performances in the competition, and after the back of the Barnsley game where people have done well, for example, they get a start and they score against Doncaster. So there's some real positives to this competition. I'm sure their group of staff and manager and players will be looking at it the same way as us, which is what they want to get through as well.
And on the competition, now you're into the knockouts, does the seriousness of it go up? Do you start thinking about a potential route to the Arch, to Wembley?
I think you've just got to take every game as it comes, as a matter of cliche. I think it's always been serious for us, because if you look at the teams that we've put on the pitch, it was, even in the Carabao, we've tried to put strong teams out there. We haven't put academy players out there per se. So it's always been strong for us. And even when we get to, making sure we try to get a home draw in this round, so we finish top of the group. So how we manage our resources, how we manage the competition has been good up to this point in this competition. So we want to keep that going. And like you say, the carrot at the end of it, which is still a long way to go, is Wembley.
And on the squad, some of the players that we've not seen for a while, the likes of Lewis Monsma, are they going to be ready to go in this match? Potential features, obviously, without telling us the starting 11.
Yeah, without giving the team. And it differs with every player. So it's like I say, it's making sure that we think we can put a really good team on the pitch that can go and win the game, and then balancing different things in terms of managed minutes, in terms of players that need to play, players that want to play again, players that need a rest, all those different things. So yeah, without going into individuals, it's about making sure we get the balance right. But the reality is we're doing that with a view to win the game.